The vice chair of the January 6th House Select Committee says lawmakers have enough evidence to refer former President Trump for criminal charges. Wyoming Representative Liz Cheney unveiled the news during an interview on CNN Sunday. Representative Cheney is one of two Republicans on the committee investigating the former president's role in the January 6th insurrection in Washington. However, while the panel is certain of the president's involvement, the committee is split over the decision to move forward with sending a formal referral to the Justice Department. The news comes as the New York Attorney General is looking to apply additional pressure on the former president and his legal team as part of the ongoing investigation into his company's financial practices. CBS News investigative reporter Graham Cates has been following this story, and he joins us now for more on this. Graham, it's so great to have you here with us on set. Tell us about, New York Attorney General Letitia James. She is asking for former President Trump to be held in contempt, correct, for not producing some financial documents relating to his business. What can you tell us about that?
In February, a judge ordered former President Trump to turn over financial documents that the Attorney General has been asking for quite some time. And while he actually appealed part of that order, that was the part that said he had to sit for a deposition. Originally, they agreed to turn over some documents, and they even set a deadline. Both sides agreed by March 31st they would do this. And then really late in the game, the president's attorneys said, we now have problems with this order, with this agreement, and we're not going to do it. And that's why the Attorney General is asking for that contempt charge and also asking for him to be fined $10,000 per day until he does produce some of this information.
So we have now seen two high-profile resignations in Manhattan's district attorney's office over the decision to not move forward and prosecute Mr. Trump right now. These two attorneys who resigned say we have enough evidence. We want to prosecute. The the current leadership doesn't say that that's what they're going to do. Why not? What kind of evidence does the Manhattan District Attorney's Office have, and why are they not moving forward?
So this is the other investigation. This is the criminal probe in Manhattan. And what Mark Pomerantz, who is one of the prosecutors who resigned, said in his resignation letter was, he said that the president's financial statements were false. And there's some evidence that we already know about this, released in, again, that civil investigation from the Attorney General, because the accounting firm that compiled some of these financial statements, that's Mazars USA, actually recanted a decade of them in February. Now, they didn't say we're recanting them because the president lied or Donald Trump lied, but they said we can't stand by them anymore. So we know a little bit about that. What we also know is that the new district attorney who took over in January has been looking at this with a different set of eyes than the previous one who started it, Cyrus Vance. And what Alvin Bragg, this new district attorney, has said is this investigation is continuing, but he's obviously not ready to charge based on the evidence that was compiled as of February. And what's noteworthy from the resignations is that Pomerantz said, we believe that the former district attorney, Cyrus Vance, was ready to charge based on the evidence we had already collected, and we didn't need to keep moving forward with the investigation.
Has anyone been able to ask Vance that? I mean, has he been interviewed on this point?
Vance hasn't spoken publicly about this, but look, he worked with Pomerantz and the other prosecutor, Carrie Dunn, who resigned for years on this case. And I don't think there's any reason to think that Pomerantz would lie about that.
And so at this point, where does the Manhattan District Attorney's investigation stand? It continues to move forward, but what do you think that they're looking for? And if the current district attorneys feel that they don't have enough evidence, what is it that they're looking for? What do they need to move forward with the case?
Our last update on this was just this past Friday when his office said, we're actually exploring, they said, new evidence in this case. But the best that anyone could come up with this is that they think that they need someone who's part of the company or has a closer tie to this, who can kind of provide that extra bit of evidence to really put it over the top. And we know that because in Pomerantz's letter, he kind of refers to it a little bit. He says, sure, not every case from the very start is going to be a conviction, but sometimes it's worth it to pursue the charges because it might be good to get that conviction and show that we're trying really hard to do it.
Right. So they really want someone to sing is what they want, and they don't yet have that person.
That's kind of what it seems like.
Yeah. All right. Well, Graham Cates, thank you so much for checking in with us. We appreciate it. Great to have you on set with us.
Thank you.